Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 6 of the Sandman season 1 over on Netflix. The last episode, I guess, seemingly brings a close to the first half of this series, maybe closing this chapter, as it appears that we are done with John and the whole storyline with the Ruby. And now we're setting forth for Dream to finally start to rebuild his kingdom, seek out his lost dreams and nightmares, and restore order to his domain. And it does appear that John's escapades have taken a toll on the greater part of the world. I don't know if that was necessarily implied that that was John. That's the read I got. It could also be just the chaos of the absence of the dream world, and Dream being in his place of charge. I don't know. One of his siblings showed up at the end. Don't know which one, but I'm sure we'll find out here shortly. That entire episode was wild. It was uncomfortable. It was eerie, but it was so beautifully executed from beginning to end. I thought it was just phenomenal how they staged this and framed it, how like 95% of it was just in this one location, and it was just all these people, shadowing, hiding their problems, their insecurities, feigning this perfection, putting up these veils, these walls, these performances for one another as they slowly are peeled away by John and his presence in the Ruby. We see it just descend into chaos and madness, and it just becomes this torrential downpour of pain, desperation, compassion even, and just craziness, man. It was beautiful, it was haunting, and it was so uncomfortable. And then in the end, just tragedy until Dream arose and kind of enlightened him in a way on a little bit of a nature of humanity that seems to elude John. But that seems to be the end of that. So guys, we're going to go ahead and hop in and see where the next path leads. So strap in. So if you're part of the 68% of people that watch the channel, you're not yet subscribed, or maybe you're tuning in for the first time here today, I really hope if you enjoy this reaction, maybe you'll consider subscribing, hitting that button, maybe leaving a little like. I really appreciate it. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It's in watch-along format, so you sync up your own footage with the time code, and you see my reaction to the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows we cover here on the channel. You also get to suggest and then vote on what movies we cover and react to over there as well as monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. Try to make it worth your while since you are going out of your way to support the channel. It helps us get editors and expand the types of things we can do here. But of course, I know not going to do that, and a simple way you can help us out is just by liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing these videos, because it really does go a long way to helping us out here on the YouTube side. With that said, guys, let's go ahead and strap in for episode 6, The Sound of Her Wings. Here we go. Oh,
sorry, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
You do that too much, you know what you get? Fat pigeons. This from Mary Poppins. Did you ever see it?
No.
His face seems so disgusted or puzzled.
Let me tell you something, Dream. And I'm only going to say this once, so you better pay attention. You are utterly the stupidest. Did it never occur to you that I would be worried about you?
Well, I didn't think.
Exactly. You didn't think.
Heads up! You're as good as your friend, dude.
He's not my friend, he's my brother. And he's an idiot.
I'm just feeding the birds.
That dude, his reaction in the background, man, is hilarious.
Sorry, before you go, could I maybe see you again?
You'll see me again.
Seriously?
Soon.
Oh, that doesn't sound foreboding at all.
Wait, how did you know my...
I think I recall she was Death from like a interview with Neil Gaiman that I saw before the season was going on, which is unfortunate for that guy.
Have you seen any of the others since you've been back? I think Desire miss having their usual sparring partner across the dinner table.
Any word of the prodigal?
Still missing. You were both missed.
There's another one missing?
How are you, sis?
The
How
prodigal.
have you been keeping? Aw, I'm well, Dream. Can you hear it?
I know this piece. I haven't heard it in 200 years.
You know, I kind of would imagine he would be aware of most things of art, the inspirations, the dreams that lead to the things manifesting themselves and whatnot. Because it's just not the physical act of the dreams, but it is their hopes and dreams, and not such a neurological way that he also seems to have access to.
Do you know who I am?
No, not yet.
Oh,
There's something I have to say, if that's all right.
Of course.
The Lord is one.
this is such a very different kind of personification of death that I think I've seen in like anything.
I look so old.
Oh.
I'm dead. Now what?
Now's when you find out, Harry.
What was that?
You ready?
What took him away? Was it an angel? Like an angel of death? A reaper? What happened?
What are you doing?
Taking my shoes off. It's good to touch the earth with your bare feet. I don't want to miss the next one.
I think this is kind of what he needs, is a day with her. It seems like really kind of touching him and getting him in tune with the people, humanity, and life.
I need to talk to my wife for like 1 second. All our flight information is on my phone. I just need to give her the code.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
But we're on a honeymoon.
Your time's up.
He's just...
Sam!
Fuck you! I want to see what this is!
I learned that all they really need is a kind word and a friendly face. Like they had in the beginning.
Baby girl, you hungry? Mum had better get you a bottle then.
Yeah. I'm afraid so. So there is, little one. That's all you get.
All right, sweetie. Lunchtime.
We can go.
Lovey?
I find myself wondering about humanity. Their attitude towards your gift is so strange.
People may not be ready for my gift, but they get it anyway. No matter what the circumstance, at the end, each of us stands alone. Most of us will be glad for the company of a friend. It's funny looking back now. I used to think I had to do this all by myself.
But you do.
I'm not alone when I'm doing my job. Neither are you. We're here to serve them. It isn't about quests. Our purpose is our function. I need them as much as they need me.
You have taught me something I had forgotten. I thank you, my sister.
That's what family's about, little brother.
To me, man! Over here!
One last appointment.
Can we at least see what she summons? Damn it!
Come on then.
Oh.
The only reason people die is everyone does it. You all just go along with it.
Why would any sensible creature crave an eternity of this?
You could find out.
How?
I could grant him his wish.
And he will be begging for death within a century, I assure you. Did I hear you say you have no intention of ever dying?
Yeah, that's right.
Then you must tell me what it's like. Let us meet here in 100 years.
I will see you in the year of our Lord 1489 then.
Interesting. This is sweet.
Have I made a bargain with the devil?
No.
Then why aren't I dead? Is this some kind of game?
Kind of.
No game.
More like an experiment, I guess.
You live your life as you choose, then on this day, every 100 years, we will meet.
Because you want to know what it's like. It's fucking brilliant. We have these little cloth pieces for your nose. In the old days, we just used our sleeves.
What will you people think of next?
Well, with any luck, something to get rid of fleas.
So you still want to live?
Oh, yes. Gods have smiled on me as they smile on all England. Then I went north for a year or so, came back as my son. Done that twice. That's not all. Here. My fair Eleanor. My first son born in over 200 years on this earth that I know of.
I would give anything to have your gifts. To give men dreams that would live on long after I'm dead.
Oh.
Like your pastors.
Who is he? His name's Will Shaxford. Acts a bit, wrote a play.
Mm.
No, it's crap.
Would you write great plays, create new dreams to spur the minds of men? Is that your will?
It is.
Then let us talk.
They make more from the dull.
What would have been the plan if like this place got torn down and destroyed or something?
Let him be.
Ooh.
He
Fallen from grace. Yeah.
Knew you'd be here. Do you know how hungry a man can get if he doesn't die but he doesn't eat?
Ooh.
I've hated every second of the last 80 years.
So do you still wish to live?
Death is a mug's game. I've got so much to live for.
This dude, resilient.
400 years now I've been meeting you here, and there is so much I still don't know. What's your name?
I might ask both of you that same question.
Oh, what?
That the devil and the wandering Jew meet once every century. 2 years passed, sewn into the shirt of a dead man.
Is that meant to be me?
You return to this pub every 100 years, sharing gifts, immortality, which you will now share with me.
I am no devil.
And I'm not Jewish.
You will both follow me, sir, as my coach is without. I can see there is so much you can tell me, so much I can learn.
Wait.
No, I think not.
Wait. Okay. So I think she's just playing both her descendant and ancestor. Right?
You need not have come to my defense.
Still, I didn't want to be drinking alone here in 100 years' time.
For a second, I thought you was bloody Jack yourself.
Hmm.
How'd you like to buy a girl a drain of pail? And maybe a quick bum dance? Give us an hard ride with your cream stick.
I think I know why we still meet here century after century.
And what might that be?
Friendship. I think you're lonely.
Then I shall take my leave of you and prove you wrong.
I'll be here in 100 years' time. If you're here then too, it'll be because we're friends. No other reason. Right?
Damn.
What's the oldest you got?
Well, I've got a Glen Grant, old enough to be your father. You waiting for someone?
I think I've been stood up.
I've seen plenty of friends get in fights in pubs. Even more of them laugh about it together later.
Maybe in another 100 years.
You'll have to have found a new pub by then. This place has been sold to make room for new flats. The borough council are trying to stop them, but if you've got enough money in this country, you can do whatever you bloody want. Pour you another one? While you wait?
Please.
Oh, right.
late.
It seems I owe you an apology. I've always had it impolite to keep one's friends waiting.
Attend, sweet sibling.
Ooh.
I stand in my gallery and I hold your sigil. My brother has found a way out of his cage. My plan has failed.
What?
Don't worry. I have a new one.
Who are you talking to? So they threw him under the bus? Was the whole Roderick thing like a... Damn it, man. It's late, man. I wanted to watch. I was thinking about watching another episode, but I might have to put that off till tomorrow. But good Lord, man, that's a way to end it. Fuck. We ended with this one like twice now. But that's Desire then, right? I mean, the song obviously had to give it away, and then the entrance into the domain, into the heart of that gigantic statue thing. They got a gallery with a token of each of their siblings. So, what was the implication? Was the crow, the raven head one supposed to be Dream, or is that somebody else? We're talking to somebody else. I think it was said that Despair and Desire were twins. Or did I misread that? I wonder if that's the two that are conspiring, or is it another force? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I'm just spitballing right now. But this episode was The Sound of Her Wings. She always walked them, I don't know, rewinding there. That conversation transition was a little abrupt. I apologize. But I was going back to the beginning to talk about the whole thing with him and death. That was just beautiful. It was sad. It was heartbreaking, but like it was so like warm and compassionate and positive. You know, it took me back to now it's only if you followed it or not, my reactions to Midnight Mass, which I did a few weeks ago. I finished a few weeks ago. And I thought they talked about death very beautifully in a way that made it so kind of comforting in a really interesting way. And this kind of is another approach that did something very similar, with this personification of death being a warm, happy face to greet you, like the face of your mother or your father when you're born into this world. The first face you see is one that's happy to see you. And then the last face you see is her greeting you, waiting on you to take you to the sunless lands. So is that an actual place in this universe, or is it just their void? I mean, we have a hell, so I have to imagine that it may be an actual place that they can go to. I mean, she flies them somewhere. So I thought initially when she walked them off screen, we saw the shadows of the beating wings. I thought maybe she was summoning something down to take their souls. But now that I got the name of the episode in my purview again, I'm thinking maybe like she goes off screen and she does it. It's just like instantaneously. She flies them away and then comes back out herself. But it was just really chilling but beautiful and haunting all at the same time. But it's serene, right? The way she greets and just casually walks around, interacting with her appointments, as she says, and all the while educating her brother Dream on humans, the waking world, the lives they lead, the reasons they want to cling to this world, the what reasons they exist, they live, and purpose, and challenging him in these ideas of that. And it goes back to this whole thing. It was like, you can live beyond your function, or your function is your purpose. Like, you don't have to go creating something for you to do this adventure, this quest to get your items back. Your existence, why you're here for these people, like your you're a cog in the wheel that keeps the world moving, and it's a symbiotic thing, you know. What would his dreams be if there wasn't somebody there to experience the dreams, to even have them? You know, his creations, to appreciate them, to visit his realm. If it didn't exist, if they didn't exist, what would be the point of it? It's a symbiotic thing, and that's something that I like that she was showing them, that like in the same way that she thought her job was lonely throughout, that she was disconnected, and then she realized he's always there with them in their final moments to carry them on, and that each one of them is kind of in the same boat. And we flashed back a little bit because now he's back. This is post all of that, and he needed to kind of be reminded of that position, that frame of mind, to this bet they made, this challenge that they made, that with this guy that they granted immortality, to just show the resilience that we have for life, that experiencing as much as we can in this world, or the things that we can see and do and touch and feel and breathe and take in this world, are worth being here for, whether it be other people in our lives, or just the experiences themselves. But that when it's over, it's not bad either. But the challenge was, I guess, that after a while that he would beg for death, that the eternity would bring sorrow, despair, torment, that he would beg and wish for it. Even when he was at his worst, he still wanted to keep on going. I don't know. I think that's an interesting way to parallel that, and that back then, dreams still didn't have appreciation for humans and his role in the cog, you know? So when it was brought up that, you know, why do you keep coming? It's not because of this bad or you want to experience life. It's this companionship. He's lonely. It's that connection that Death was explaining before she made the realization that she needs these people too. And that was his first taste of it. And he has still this pride, this superiority about it. That whole thing, like he didn't want to admit that that was the case, that he actually looked forward to these meetings for nothing more than the company, the conversation, and all of that. And I'm curious that I'm surprised actually that the William Shakespeare thing didn't blossom into any kind of jealousy between him and this. I forget his name. I'm sorry. I don't remember the immortal guy's name actually. Because there was that like, oh, he just was a little sour. He had this appointment, this meeting, this annual thing for a day. And he spent a lot of that time with another person. So I thought that was going to blossom into something else, but it really didn't. But it was like, shows that he was also drawn to the inspirations, the dreams that can live on and inspire other people. So he kind of grants people here and there, like I was kind of talking about actually in the earlier part of the episode, that people's dreams push them forward to create, to pursue, to improve, innovate, and all kinds of stuff. You know, it's kind of tied into that. We actually see him partake actively in a moment of that. It was kind of interesting. This was a very, I don't know, it was a very chill, somber episode. We got to see Jenna Coleman pop up as her ancestor, her namesake, it seems like, a couple years prior, the actual Joanna from the comics, I believe, if I remember correctly. This was a nice, warm, chill episode that still found a way to run the emotional gamut. This warm solace and sadness that comes with just the natural thing of death, especially from the old person she met initially, to the person that accidentally drowned, the guy that got hit by the car, and then the baby that she visited. Like, death is indiscriminate. Life can be cut short at any moment, at any time. But it's that time you need to appreciate, take advantage of, live in the moment, not waste it, experience life. which is kind of like the parallel representation of this guy who can, his entire existence is experiencing everything new as time progresses, as time moves forward, to take it all in, while the rest of us experience what we can and fade away. And Dream kind of finding meaning, purpose in people and his function and their symbiotic nature and relationship. I don't know, it was just a really beautiful episode. It really was, man. Ah. It was oddly, it's oddly like, it's a huge contrast between this and the previous episode. There's a little bit of a break and reprieve. Who knows? Maybe we'll be dipping into the chaos for these last 4, but I don't know. I like this episode quite a bit. I don't know. It just like hit so many emotional, I don't know, man. It just reached in there and just started like just squeezing my heart and massaging it, holding it, giving it a good pat, and then just like give you a little squeeze, and then we'll just like, I'm not even making sense right now, I don't think. I don't really know what else to say about it, man. I really don't. It was really an ode and appreciation to life, its longevity, and just the experiences of our world. The human condition, our human perseverance, and the appreciation of that to this deity that seemed to be above it all, learning to appreciate the existence that we live. Anyway, I don't know. I'm kind of just rambling at this point. Guys, what did you think of the episode? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Feel free to join us in our Discord. We can talk about it there as well. Links to that and all my socials in the description box below. Follow me in each and every one of those. If you want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, gets you access as well. Before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori, Corey Scott, Margaret Grace, Mary Bradley, Melita, Robert Anguiano, and Raven McCann. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this episode, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.